Hello, baby. Welcome back to the first episode of the first season. Okay, your girl should be going through seasons, so this is just what it is at the time. I honestly don't even know where to start. I did not want to take notes for this video. I did not want to even pull out tarot for this video, even though there will be more in the future. I wanted to really just give myself creative freedom to express some things and share with you things that I've learned over the past couple months. It's been a couple months since you've heard from me. I don't even think I've really posted on Instagram that much. I have been on Facebook and it's been extremely negative. And that's something I just have to be honest with myself about, okay? And I do think I'm fairly good at being honest with myself. So hopefully through me recording this, you can either relate and kind of build wherever you are, or just sort of see it as a learning experience for yourself, okay? So where do we start? My ego is enormous. And that's not necessarily something I want to reiterate in my life, of course, because I also think that my heart is 10 times bigger. I don't think I know that my heart's still 10 times bigger. If I have a big ego, my heart's 10 times the size. And it is the ego that has kept me stuck for a very long time. Okay, and I'm not one of those people here to tell you that you need to have some ego death. Like, we're so far beyond that, it's not even funny. Your ego matters. Your ego is kind of, sort of, probably why you're here on earth, because if you just wanted to be one with everything and everyone, which is still true, but if you didn't want to experience some separation, you probably would not be here in a human body. So the thing with the ego is we don't want the ego in the driver's seat. We want our heart-mind connection, our consciousness in the driver's seat. And our ego, we can buckle it up in the back in a car seat and like strap him in extra tight so that he doesn't wiggle out, because the ego will trick us. Okay, and I will be the first to say that about myself. My ego tricked me. My ego told me last year, around this time, if you just had a desk, if you just had a cute little desk, Alexis Alchemical, you would be so inspired every single day to get on YouTube and do what you're passionate about. My ego tricked me out of my passion, which is helping people, which is just being creative and following the visions that my heart receives. My ego tricked me into thinking that I couldn't even make a video until I got proper childcare for my youngest. Okay, and it helps a lot. And I am extremely grateful for my desk and childcare and all those things that I thought I needed prior. However, it just wasn't the case. Why? Because I've had my new desk for over a year. I've had childcare for a good few months now, and I haven't been nearly as productive as I thought I would be by now. Okay, and I challenge you to kind of ask yourself, in what ways is your ego holding you back from your joy, from your creative expression? What is your ego telling you that you lack so much that you can't even enjoy yourself in this moment? And that is the biggest illusion of all, okay? Lack, and that you need to be someplace other than you are to feel aligned, because guess what? You can't be anywhere else other than where you are. That's just one of the things in life. You are where you are, and acceptance is a major key to get you through that if that's something you're experiencing. So moving forward, I truly believe that most people do not identify what it is that they desire, what it is that they want. I think a lot of us need permission from ourselves to even decide what it is that we want. A lot of us lack that trust. Okay, building trust within yourself. Let's say you're one of those people, you have trust issues. Okay, you've been done dirty by your parents, by your partner, by your adult kids, by teacher, like you've just been given the shit end of life, and now you have trust issues. Well, it's not them that you have a problem with. Through those experiences, you lost trust in yourself. You lost trust in yourself, and now you don't feel competent enough to make decisions for your own life. Now you have to look up tarot videos and other videos to see what everybody else is doing so that you have enough trust in yourself to keep doing what you already know in your heart and in your mind that you should be doing or want to be doing. And that's nobody else's problem. And I say that with so much love in my heart. Your life is your responsibility. And every time you see it otherwise, your power just deflates. It's like a sad balloon, just deflated, or just you're not feeding yourself the nourishment that you need to be the person that you want to be. A lot of people, and I'm not saying this is you, but a lot of people I have noticed, they need to be told what to do. They need to be told who they are. And like, I can sit here and tell you, like, you are special, you are unique. There is absolutely no one like you. Your visions are so incredible to the world. And like, yeah, I'll be here to tell you and remind you constantly that you are greater than you've ever believed possible. Yes, I can tell you who you are in that capacity, but it's not until you like really start telling yourself and reminding yourself all the time that any of this information becomes practical. One thing that has frustrated me so much when it comes to my own journey is I have all the knowledge, but it's this, I don't even want to call it failure. It's this failure to apply and to live out and to actually just like submerge myself in what I know. Okay, I was almost addicted to listening to techniques, how to get what I want. And it's this time of year that it's really hit me like, holy shit. Have I really spent this much time learning about all these things when I could have been applying these things? And now I want to share something with you. This vision that I got recently. Have you ever experienced, they call it FOMO, the fear of missing out? If you've ever had that experience, it's kind of like that, but with yourself. Okay, it's not some party you're missing. It's not some event outside of you. It's literally within you. You cannot escape it. Okay, it's like this FOMO of like the universe handing you the money, the relationship, the car, the whatever it is. but you're just like, oh no, I can't. Like, oh, I'm not ready. Oh, I'm not this enough. I'm not that enough. And that realization like really shifted me. And I hope I explained that properly, because I want you to get that. I want you to get that. I'm getting like this tear well up in my eyes right now, because my heart was closed for so long, because I've been done fucked up by plenty of people in my life. And until I realized, like, yo, something about my vibration, it wasn't conscious. Of course, I wasn't asking for that, but according to the universe that speaks in vibration, I was a match to all those fucked up experiences. And until I accept that, the ego doesn't want to accept that. No, fuck them. That's the ego. And sometimes, yeah, it's like, oh, fuck them. Or whatever situation. But this evolution, this revolution is constantly available to you, and you're constantly seeking it outside of yourself, and you're just like, oh, I gotta rush, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do that, and blah, blah, blah. If it's not inspired, if it doesn't feel good, and that's subjective, don't look too deep into that feeling good part. If it's frustrating beyond belief, you're doing too much. You're placing too much importance on these things. Okay, I place too much importance on my setup for my videos, where yes, it's important, but like I put too much importance on the pretty much every relationship I've had, my relationship, non-romantic, jobs that I've had, money, how things turn out. And I just, the importance created such a gap that is impossible to fill, because you do become a match. You have to become a match to the things. And I realized this, and the first time I realized it, I felt like this, like in my chest. It was probably my heart opening, because your girl, like I said, I naturally closed my heart off to feeling things around me, because everything hurt so fucking much. And this goes deep into my childhood, okay? And I'm not here to tell you that you have to go into your childhood and do all this ugly, gruesome work to get where you're going. It's just, I took the long route. I have a very heavy Saturn influence. I am a Sagittarius, so I'm Jupiterian, which, you know, is the reason I could smile most days. But this Saturn influence, I'm telling you, I have a statellitium. It's a 4-planet statellitium, which is not a stellium, because they're all kind of working separately. But it's very Saturnian. And those are the hard lessons in life. Those hard lessons are not meant to be punishment, but meant to be foundational. So now all those things that broke me over and over and over, like destroyed me, literally killed me, to be reborn over and over and over, like a fucking Stephen King movie, are now the reason that I have an unbreakable confidence. And I don't say that in a cocky kind of way, because I know life can humble me really quick. I've been confident before, but you know, I'm not repeating those patterns. Okay, your Saturnian influence, however that shows up in your chart, whatever, if you even believe in astrology, it doesn't matter. Those influences are not meant to be punishment. They're your solidity. And I'm a solid ass bitch. Even those times where I was like pummeled by life, I look back and I'm like, damn, I'm a solid ass bitch. I know a lot of people that, and I'm not gonna compare. Let me just stop it right there. There's my enormous ego coming out. But those things didn't happen in vain. And I can look back with compassion. The missing element personally for me was my heart. And I still, at this point in time, do things to kind of open up my heart and make sure that I'm emotionally present with myself, making decisions, choices, and the thoughts that I allow, because you know, your thoughts create everything. And if you've been using your thoughts to manifest and there's just some disconnect there, listen, there's a million scenarios. There's no way I can cover all of them. I'm being kind of general. But it's not until you kind of get very just in your own energy, okay, you kind of have to shut the world out for a little bit, for a little while. You have to get really just real with yourself. The minute you stop blaming your circumstances, stop blaming your partner, stop blaming your parents, stop blaming your children for, I hope you don't do that, but I mean, the ego's tricky. That's the minute you, I'm getting chills, you connect to your right, your human birthright to create the life that you like, that you love, that you are not ashamed of, that you are not a victim of. Because guess what? We're all victims. If you're a human and you were born on this planet, some level of you is a victim. Okay, we're in a very dense level of reality. We're all victims. There's no need for me to tell you, oh, this is how my childhood was, and this is how my first relationship was, and this is how but I mean, eventually, like, those things may come out when I'm reading or an example, but I don't feel a need to justify all of the things because I realize it all led me to this moment here, and I can appreciate it and have gratitude for it. This video is getting a little bit long. This is the first episode of the first season. I'm gonna cut it off here because I just want you to sit with yourself for a moment and ask yourself, how are you making yourself a victim? I'm not insensitive to things. I'm not insensitive to how fucked up this world can be. If you feel the need to say, oh, Alexis, you don't know what I've been through. This happened and this happened. I'm so sorry. And I send you so much love and so much healing. But until you find the footing to manage your vibration, you're gonna take everything personally. And I think I'm gonna end it with that. Nothing that happens in this world, this dimension that we're living in, is personal. It is vibrational. Point blank, period. I love you. See you in the next episode.